on the gridiron or courtside, you know what time it is. It's
Sports plus life. Sports plus life.
ringside or front court or field pass, we ballin', no. Knuckle up or buckle up, I tell it like it is when I'm on my show. Home run, slam dunk, knockout, or got some dough.
Sports plus life.
Yeah.
Sports plus life. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. You feel me? And you already know what's going down today, bruh. So guess what? Guess what? Turn it off, turn it off, turn it all the way off now. Yeah. All right. Sometimes I crack myself up on accident sometimes. But anyway, how's everybody doing today? Please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life, that there sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. Again, how is everybody doing? I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I hope everybody had a wonderful day. Today is August 21st, Monday, August 21st, 2023. Do you know what that means? That means today was the first day of school for the little chillin'. Take your ass back to school on the double, expeditiously, even though I will say this. I'm not thrilled with the fact that school is starting, a month before summer is actually over with. Now, the bright side, of course, on the back end, the last day of school is May 31st, whatever. And, but, excuse me, Roman and London, first day of school, Roman is now a 7th grader, and London is now a 2nd grader. All right, so took a picture, posted it on Facebook, showing my two pride and joys. And, they were looking nice, had them looking real nice this morning, and wasn't real happy with the bus situation as far as Roman was concerned, because Roman's bus was damn near 15 minutes late. And I was like 10 minutes late because I wanted to, see him on the bus. And then when I was talking to their mom, and she's like, wow, Roman's in 7th grade. I'm like, yo, hey, tell me about it. Where does the time go? I swear, this boy is 7th grade. I mean, goodness gracious. So proud of him. But again, school year starting to back up. And I wish all of the kids out there in school land a happy and healthy and safe school year. A safe 2023-2024 school year. Get your edification and have fun while you're doing it. Because if they say time flies when you're having fun, then that school time will fly if you enjoy yourself while you in school. And on the meantime, again, I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. And let me give shout out to my fam, not just my black and gold fam, but my fam in general. What's up, everybody? This past Saturday, again, I was DJing at the Anarav Swim Club. This was their last event right out there in Verona. And, did my thing again. They enjoyed your boy. I had that music pumping. Did a little short on YouTube with the people dancing to, I think it was the Cha-Cha Slide or something like that. But anyway, I mean, it was a good time. Great time. Amy and Sean, who run the place, they are just stand-up people, dope, wonderful, cool, funny. And Sean is a Jets fan, so guess what? Now you got somebody who's going to hit you up with some football opinions. And, of course, letting them know that I'm a Broncos fan, and we play Week 5, and our teams is beefing, okay? So that's going to be must-see TV. But are you guys ready for the realm of sports? I'm ready. You ready? We ready? They all ready. Let's get to it. We almost there, people. We are almost there. We're almost to the NF of the L. We almost there. We getting there. We got what? About 2 more weeks. 2 more, let's see. Well, not exactly 2 more weeks, but September 7th is the first game. So I say about 2.5 more weeks. But we're almost there. We're almost there. Preseason is in high gear. What I love most about the preseason is the fact that these starters are playing. And it's what I was trying to tell Calvin and David about a couple weeks ago. The best way to get in shape, to develop a rhythm, develop some camaraderie, is to play during the preseason. as a Denver Bronco fan, that was our biggest mistake last year under Nathaniel Hackett. Is the fact, and Russell Wilson, the fact that new coach, new system, new quarterback, and you wait till the first game of the season to actually put them all on the field together, you already was setting yourself up for a disaster. So that hasn't been the case, in particular with my Broncos, who again, first team didn't, nothing didn't wow me, nothing didn't woo me. I had to watch it last night because when we were playing, I was DJing. But it's like, okay, so, what is going to be different from this year to last year? As far as my Denver Broncos go, I see us having an outstanding defense again. But I don't know what we're going to see from Russell Wilson. I don't know what kind of play calling I'm going to see with Sean Payton. I'm sure creative ones, I guarantee, is going to be better than what we saw with Nathaniel Hackett. I can improve field goal kicking. I will say that is the one positive I took away from our game against the 49ers, improved field goal kicking. And I guess if you're the 49ers, you can say, hey, Trey Lance came and led a game-winning drive against the Broncos. Of course, by that time, all the starters were out. But, good confidence for Trey Lance. I'm not trying to be funny. But there's a couple of teams that I'm just anxious to see. And hopefully I'll be able to get Sean on the phone to get his opinion on this too. Now, this is not me picking divisions or anything like that, but again, there's a couple teams that I'm looking forward, I really want to see when the season starts. I want to see the Baltimore Ravens. Can't wait to see them. And with Lamar Jackson, now he got his money, and then you got Odell Beckham. He hadn't played since the Super Bowl in the 2021 season. The new draft pick the wide receiver that they got in the draft. I'm just looking for all of the weapons. And then they just picked up Jadeveon Clowney this week in free agency. So I'm looking forward to see the Ravens. I'm looking forward to seeing the Dolphins again. I want to see if Tua can stay on the field, because I think that Dolphins offense is absolutely devastating. I watched their game, the first, pretty much when the starters were in against the Houston Texans, and God damn, the Miami Dolphins are a fun team to watch. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Ravens. I'm looking forward to see the Dolphins. I'm looking forward to see the Cleveland Browns. I want to see, will Deshaun Watson get back to that 2020 form or that 2019 form where he was arguably a top 5 quarterback in the league. That's just from the AFC side. From the NFC side, I'm interested. Honestly, the NFC North is a fascinating division for me. I'm interested in seeing, because Jordan Love has looked great this preseason. So while everybody's, myself included, ready to hand the division over to the Detroit Lions, I'm having to kind of almost backtrack on that, because when's the last time you had expectations of Detroit? And when you had expectations of Detroit, did they meet the expectations? Probably not. The last time Detroit had any expectations was, to me, the Matthew Stafford days. To me, the Matt Stafford days, which isn't like that far away, but I would say around the early, 20-teens. Like, of course, when they splashed with him and Megatron in 2011, and then, there was a point in time where the Lions were actually, during that decade, where the Lions were consistently actually in the playoffs, if you can believe that. 2011, 2014, 2016, the Lions were there. But they're curious, because I still want to see what you're going to get from the defensive side of the ball from the Detroit Lions. I'm really interested in the Chicago Bears. A lot of people are dismissing the Chicago Bears, still saying they don't have enough. They don't have enough. If DJ Moore can be anything to Justin Fields, what A.J. Brown was to Jalen Hurts, look out. Because Justin Fields is a better runner with the football than Jalen Hurts. Not the thrower yet, but he's definitely a better runner. This dude challenges Lamar Jackson when it comes to being a running quarterback as far as being spectacular. And then the Vikings, really not so much. I know Justin Jefferson is there, and, he's arguably the best wide receiver in the league. But then you have, again, I said the Lions, the Bears. Oh, my. Jordan Love has looked great. And those receivers, Watson and Dobbs. And then you still got the running game, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. And if Jordan Love is ready and confident, who's to say that Green Bay can't steal this division all over again? So that whole division fascinates me, and I'm interested in also seeing what the New Orleans Saints look like. Because if Derek Carr and that offense can get on the same page as that defense, and that Saints defense has been very good for a number of years now. I mean, since Sean Payton was there, since Sean Payton and Breeze were there. If they can meet eye to eye, the Saints could be very interesting to watch. So it's just a couple of teams, and I'm just hoping that everybody else goes in healthy. I'm hoping that everybody goes into the season healthy. We've already had some key injury losses on various teams. Interestingly enough, I didn't even know the Eagles had signed Miles Jack, but as quickly as they had signed him, he retired. And he's retiring because he's looking to be an electrician or a plumber. I mean, I'm not knocking it because that's a good occupation, but NFL football player, NFL Pro Bowler, NFL money to electrician or plumber. I mean, okay, if that's where you want your life to be at, and I'm not saying that as a knock, okay, because I don't know what's going on in your life, and maybe that's a passion of yours, maybe it is, but I mean, 27 years old, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's when I read that, I was like, electrician, plumber? I mean, like if it's a nigga like me, okay, electrician, plumber, hey, get some good money off of that, but you played linebacker at the highest level, my guy. But it is, like I said, it is what it is. So yes, I'm definitely interested in seeing some of those teams. Like I said, the Dolphins, the Ravens, the Browns, definitely interested in seeing what they're going to look like. The NFC North has me intrigued. And then the New Orleans Saints, I'm definitely interested in seeing what the Saints are going to look like. Because I have an idea, it's like, and that's not me poo-pooing on anybody else's team, because I have an idea what Philadelphia is going to look like, and that's great. I think Philadelphia is going to look great. I have an idea what the Chiefs look like. The only thing, what I'm curious about with the Chiefs is it wouldn't surprise me this season if the Chargers overtook them, because I can't sit here and say, well, my Broncos are gonna. I'm really gonna be realistic as far as my Denver Broncos. I think we're a loaded team. I think we are a loaded team. I think talent-wise, we actually stack up against anybody. I really do believe that. But I don't know about Russell Wilson. I just don't. I'm just trying to be optimistic, but I'm also have to be realistic. And I'm looking forward more to seeing other teams than my own. Because while I think we'll be better from 2022, realistically, when I look at the schedule, when I look at, I hope I'm wrong, but realistically, I could see us, my squad, my beloved Denver Broncos, who have been out of the playoffs since they won the Super Bowl in 2015. And year by year, that's become a long time ago. My beloved Denver Broncos, I could see them being pretty average. And in the AFC this year, I don't see that getting the job done. Now, if you're listening, the few people who do listen, you say, you're not interested in seeing the Jets? I mean, yeah, sure. Because, the Jets have been more talked about this offseason than the Dallas Cowboys. How you do that?
Bye, bitch.
The Aaron Rodgers effect and all of this other stuff, but, I don't think the Jets are going to be what a lot of people are thinking they're going to be because of the hard knocks and Aaron Rodgers. And yes, they just signed Dalvin Cook. Great addition for them. This, that, and the third. But their offensive line is suspect as a bitch. And again, the AFC is so stacked. I'm interested in seeing the New York Jets, but I just don't think it's going to be what everybody portrays them to be. Now, Aaron Rodgers is going to play, it's reported that Aaron Rodgers is going to play on Saturday, their final preseason game, which would be the smart thing to do with Aaron Rodgers. I understand he knows the offense because Nathaniel Hackett's his offensive coordinator, blah, 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 blah. And I understand he has some familiarity, of course, with Lazard and Randall Cobb and blah, 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 blah. The best thing for him to do would be to get his ass on the field for maybe about 2 or 3 drives to develop some chemistry, or the New York Jets are going to end up being like my Denver Broncos from last year, ill-prepared. And I'm going to tell you this, if the New York Jets don't make the playoffs, people might not be saying this out loud, oh, Robert Saleh gone. If the Jets miss the playoffs this year, Robert Saleh is gone. He will be fired. And you know what? You know what? I almost think if Robert Saleh gets fired and you want Aaron Rodgers back for another year, I think their next coach would be Nathaniel Hackett. Ha! Would I laugh at that shit? And some people will actually say, well, he didn't get a fair shake in Denver. To that I say, bullshit.
You niggas are crazy.
He had a fair shake. He just fucking sucked. He coached like a dude who was just in over his head. But I could honestly see him being the next coach if Robert Saleh is to get fired for the Jets not making the playoffs. Now, the only way I can see the Jets not making the playoffs and Robert Saleh keeping his job is because the AFC is so stacked. Let's say the Jets go 11-6 or 10-7 and just miss the playoffs. That's kind of hard. That would be kind of hard to fire him off of something like that, especially them having a double-digit winning season, excuse me. So that's the only way. But if the Jets are 7-10 or 8-9 or even 9-8 and miss the playoffs, I'm pretty sure he knows that his job is on the line. And I'm pretty sure though he's gotten the dreaded vote of confidence and he know what time it is. I'm pretty sure. And you know what else I'm pretty sure about? I'm pretty sure I got my boy on the line. Brother Calvin, what up, bro?
What's up, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. Nothing much, man. How was the weekend?
It was all right. It was cool.
It was cool?
Yeah.
Kids back to school today, bruh.
Yeah.
How'd the girls' day of school go?
They got a little report school though.
What school they going to now?
They go to Believe in You Academy.
What's it called?
Believe in You Academy.
Oh, where's that at?
That's the South Side.
Okay, that sounds like the LeBron James I Promise school. But anyway, bro, we almost there, man. That's what I was talking about. We almost there. It's almost football time. Did you check out any preseason?
Yeah. The best I could, a little bit, just to see it on them.
What'd you think about Kyle Trask?
Tremendous. He looked all right. The other guy looked all right, too.
Anybody but Baker Mayfield, huh?
Well, no, I got to hitch my wagon to Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? But he looked good. It's so unique for a Buccaneers quarterback to throw the ball down the field. Brady won't throw it down the field last year.
No, not except for that one game against the Panthers.
Yeah, and it was tough.
But okay, so what I was saying is that there's specific teams that I'm looking forward to seeing. That's why I hope everybody goes I hope nobody else has, no major injury loss or anything else like that, because there's specific teams that I'm looking forward to seeing. Now, the AFC is clearly the gauntlet. The gauntlet conference. That's purely the varsity conference this season in the NFL. What is the team outside of your own team? What's the team that you're looking forward to seeing the most this season?
I don't know. That's a very nice question. Aside my own, I want to see what I do want to see what I want to see what's some people name. What did Jets do?
Oh, the Jets.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
No.
I have a few. And I mentioned the Jets on there, and they were the last team I was talking about before we got on the line. But I mentioned the Jets, but I don't think they're gonna be what a lot of people are hyping them up to be. Generally when you see a team, like I pointed out how the New York Jets during this offseason has gotten more coverage than the Dallas Cowboys. But I don't know because, yeah, they got weapons and Aaron Rodgers, and I understand how they won 7 games with bad quarterback play last year, so you figure Aaron Rodgers could at least boost him up another 4-5 more wins. But that offensive line, bro, is a little shaky, a little suspect. Not saying that Aaron Rodgers can't handle that, but it's not just that. You know, that division that he's playing in is tough. Because I watch, you know, I will continue to say this. I actually think, while I think Buffalo is still the team to beat in that division, I'm actually starting to think that Buffalo may possibly take a step back this year. And I just honestly believe that if Tua stays healthy, them goddamn Dolphins are hard to stop.
Okay.
But the one of the teams I'm looking forward to seeing Baltimore. Who did I name? I said I'm looking forward to seeing Baltimore. And from the AFC, I said I'm interested in seeing what Baltimore is going to do. I'm interested in seeing what Cleveland is going to do. I already mentioned the Miami Dolphins. I'm interested in Baltimore because they have a loaded roster on offense and defense. It ain't just Lamar and what's the damn tight end's name? It's not just Lamar, the tight end, and the rest of them. You know, Lamar got weapons. And then the defense is always stacked. And then they just added Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney just signed with the Ravens to give their front line a boost. And then in the NFC, that whole NFC North division, man, fascinates me. Because while, you know, I've said, you know, I think the Detroit Lions, let's be honest. When the last fucking time the Lions had expectations on them?
Like going into the season?
Yeah.
We talking very. We talking well. Not. It ain't been recent.
Maybe Stafford and Megatron.
Yeah. That 2010 season when they won 5 in a row, really.
2011.
Okay. Oh.
And but you know, Minnesota, I know they got Justin Jefferson, but do you really believe in Kirk Cousins in January? I don't. Have you seen Jordan Love this preseason?
A little bit.
That son of a bitch look comfortable.
Yeah, he did.
And he can grow. The Dobbs and Watson, they have good skill position players, and you know, their defense, you know, is expected to be back to form the way it was 2 years ago. And then to me, the dark horse team, the Chicago Bears, because you know a lot of people are still writing them off. Oh, they ain't ready. This, that, and the third. Blah 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 blah. If DJ Moore is to Justin Fields what AJ Brown was to Jalen Hurts, the Bears could be very interesting.
Oh.
Because Justin Fields is too spectacular a quarterback to keep having losing seasons.
Right. You said which wide receiver you got now?
DJ Moore.
You got DJ Moore, and they got Claypool, don't you?
They got Claypool, and they still have Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, I think Claypool, he's in that bracket with like Mike Evans and what's the boy from the Packers, big light skinned fast nigga.
Alan Lazard?
No.
I was gonna say he's a Jet now.
No.
Oh, you talking about Christian Watson?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna give Claypool that much damn credit, to be honest. I'm not gonna mention Claypool's name as the same sentence with Mike Evans. Christian Watson maybe, but no, Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer. That ain't Claypool, not yet. At least not yet. But I think he's in the right position as far as him being a number 2 receiver. Is that what you meant by that?
I'm saying he's supposed to take the same role. Like he's supposed to stretch the field and he's supposed to command double teams.
Who, Claypool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Claypool honestly, Claypool is a slightly better version, or maybe the same type of version as Juju Smith-Schuster. I don't think Claypool is a number 1 receiver. I think he will be good. I think he'd be a good complement. Now I don't think he's a number 1 receiver, but I think he could be a hell of a number 2. if he has the right number one. Like, remember when Antonio Brown was playing with Juju was getting 1,400 yards and shit because AB was commanding so much double team. You know, if DJ Moore can be, like I said, to Justin Fields what AJ Brown was to Jalen Hurts, then you could see Claypool possibly putting up some Devontae Smith-like numbers. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And also another team I'm interested in seeing is the New Orleans Saints. I know you hate them. I know you hate them with a passion. But I'm just interested in seeing, you know, Michael Thomas is healthy. He ain't been healthy since he signed that damn contract. Olave is a beast. I'm interested if that offense, if Derek Carr can get that offense to match what that defense has been for quite some time now, then they could be very interesting as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I got you.
Now, if you had a fantasy roster that you would put together right now, who would you have on your team?
From position to position?
Yes.
Oh man, Mahomes, Dalvin Cook. No, excuse me, not Dalvin. Mahomes, like anybody. Mahomes, either the Taylor boy at running back, either the Taylor boy from Indianapolis or the running back from really, which running back would I really want? I take Jonathan Taylor. Wide receiver wise, I am taking if I got Mahomes, I'm gonna go back to and that's I'm picking not just what I think is best, but also what's fit and who do what. You know what I'm saying? So Mahomes. So
right.
Wide receivers, the cream is always at the top. But if I got Mahomes, I'm going with Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So he's comfortable. Now I want somebody that can do anything. I'm gonna go Chris Godwin. You know what I'm saying? In the slot. On the slot, wide receiver, let me see, who's out there? Stephon Diggs. You know what I'm saying? I know I could have picked Jefferson, but I'm going to pick Stephon Diggs, tight end, because I got my own. You know, I'm going Kelsey. We doing offensive linemen too?
If you want to pick individual linemen, cool, or one specific team's offensive line.
The offensive line that I can think of, I don't know. I can't remember who picked what, but I'm gonna go with the Eagles offensive line. Mm-hmm. Defense. We picking individual defense, or we picking like?
Oh no! You go ahead and pick your individual defensive player.
Okay. Cornerback wise, the boy from Green Bay. On one side. Go up to the strong safety. I'm picking the boy from San Diego. Not San Diego, wherever the
Derwin James. Yeah.
Derwin James. The other safety, I am going. Who else out there do some damage? I got it right here. Let me see. I'm looking at this shit. What am I doing? Let me see. I got one cornerback. I got a strong safety. I got a strong safety in Darwin James. Oh, Michael Fitzpatrick looks real nice. Michael Fitzpatrick.
You mean Minka?
What, Minka Michael?
For the Steelers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I go Jordan Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey kind of. I don't know, man. Let me go soft. Because everybody's so hyped about him. Let me go soft. Outside linebacker, what defense I'm going to run? Right now, outside linebacker. Ooh, on the right, I am going TJ Watt on one side. I'm going. What's the boy from Dallas?
Michael Parsons.
On Michael Parsons. In the middle, my boy Levante David. I still think he's one of the better middle linebackers in this field. Ian Garrett, tackle. What's the boy from the boy from Kansas City and the boy from the Rams?
Oh, Chris Jones and Aaron Donald.
Yeah. And what's another end is just it can't be fucked with?
Von Miller.
Yeah, he will always be a linebacker. He played that. But
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett.
I picked Garrett first.
Oh, I thought you picked T.J. Watt.
No, T.J. Watt is the linebacker.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going. I got speed. I'm going. That's the one nasty ass line. If I pick Cameron Hayward.
I was just thinking about him. I was just thinking about him. This nigga just picked the all Madden team.
I mean,
well, I said if you could pick a fantasy team, so I'm not mad at you. I wouldn't pick Mahomes because that's too easy of a choice. I mean, this is just my, this would be my counter. I wouldn't pick Mahomes because that's too easy. Anybody can pick Mahomes. I would probably pick Lamar Jackson. I would pick Lamar. It would be, for me, it would be a toss. I would do a coin flip between Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. And for my running back,
I mean, you said fantasy. He's the best quarterback in the league right now. But if you going that way, then I would have picked Josh Allen for real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I still so then I would swap. So with that, I would swap out Tyreek for Jefferson, and that's the only change I made.
Okay. Well, my running back would be Nick Chubb. I would go with Nick Chubb. For wide receivers, I would have. I mean, Lord have mercy. I mean, now speed kills for wide receivers. I would have to have Justin Jefferson. And Jamar Chase. Give me the LSU tandem. I would have Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. If I needed a slot receiver, I would put Jalen Waddle in the slot. I would throw Jalen Waddle in the slot, and for a tight end, it's hard to go against. It's hard to go against Kelsey. It is. It's hard to go against Kelsey, but I would be difficult, and I would go with George Kittle. No, excuse me. I would go with Kyle Pitts because he's faster than them and he's more athletic than them. I would go with Kyle Pitts. And offensive line, give me half of the Eagles and give me half of the Cleveland Browns offensive line.
I ain't know you can do absies and all that other shit.
Hey, man, look. I said, look, give me, on the left side, give me the Cleveland Browns. On the right side, give me the Eagles, and Kelsey would be the center. Now, I don't know if I'm going to go into in-depth detail as far as each individual player. I would run a 3-4, and I would definitely have I would have Von Miller on one side as far as linebackers, T.J. Watt on the other side. I would have Donald, and I would have Cameron Hayward on that front line. I also would have Myles Garrett. As far as cornerbacks, safeties, I would have Justin Simmons from my Denver Broncos.
If you run a 3-4, what are you gonna put Garrett at? Because the middle line, if he on the end, he not this.
No, I said, you know what? I'm sorry. I said a 3-4. I meant a 4-3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would run a 4-3. I would run a 4-3 with Garrett on one side, and Bosa, Nick Bosa. But ain't Bosa a linebacker?
One of them.
No, they both linemen. Yeah, I would have Garrett on one side, Bosa on the other, and then linebackers I would have Watt and Von Miller. My middle linebacker would be Demario. What's his name? From the Saints, middle linebacker, Demario Davis. Now I put Demario Davis and Safeties again, I'd have Justin Simmons, and I can't. I would have Justin Simmons and Buda Baker. It's tough not to pick Minka Fitzpatrick, but I ain't trying to bite your whole defense. I'm not trying to bite your whole defense. Say what?
I said, no, you get it. It's fantasy.
But as far as cornerbacks go, give me Pat Surtain, give me PS2, and give me PS2 and give me Ramsey.
Yeah, Ramsey. He just so. As of late, the last couple, he's just been so kind of inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? Like he just. I ain't gonna say inconsistent, but can I say that? Because
yeah, absolutely.
Somebody like that, you expect him never to be beat, and he is human. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a good pick. Because I almost picked him. Like I almost picked him. Like he is something else for real.
Yeah, he is.
Patrick Surtain been in the league 2 years already.
Yeah.
You know, he was a rookie last year.
No, this is his third year coming up. He was a rookie in 2021.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and he busted out in matter of fact, he made the Pro Bowl both of his 2 years in the league. Yeah, so I mean, I guess that would be a fantasy squad of mine. You know, and FanDuel is coming up now. Of course, I with FanDuel, you can't pick the individual defensive players. That's just offense and your defense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just your skill position players.
Yeah, I just did a fantasy league the best I could. This is my second time doing it.
Yeah, I know my boy Keese is. I know the fantasy draft, I'm sure, is about to come up probably in the next couple of weeks for the fantasy league that I've been in for the last 2 years. And I'm just interested because, look, last year I was boo-boo the goddamn fool picking Russell Wilson as my first pick. Boy, was I stupid.
You're a dreamer.
But by the grace of God, my second pick, Burrow, was still on the board, so I had to nab him up.
Yeah, let me see. What did I do this year? I did, let me see. I got Josh Allen. My first pick was McCaffrey. Then I got Josh Allen. I got Rashad White. I got G. Wilson from the Jets.
Garrett Wilson. Yeah.
When I got in J. Cool, that nigga from the Cleveland from Cleveland. I wanted Striler Moose or whatever his name is. I got Mike Williams from the Chargers.
Mm-hmm. I had him last year too.
Yeah, I got the Bills defense. I got Jake Elliott for the kicker. I got Justin Herbert on the bench. I got Zach Ertz on the bench. The Jets defense on the bench.
Really? I got who was my defenses last year? I had the Broncos defense and the Bills defense.
Yeah, I got 3 defense. I got Tampa's defense, Bills defense, and the Jets defense.
You got Tampa's defense strictly out of love.
I mean, because the defense was still a top 10 defense. We just Brady just got old. He needed some defense. It's cool.
I'm interested because I honestly want to see this season where I fall to what my pick would be. Because I mean, if I had the number one pick, I don't know who I would take. If I had the number one pick, I probably would not take Mahomes. If I had the number one pick again, I would probably take either Burrow or Lamar, to tell you the truth.
You wouldn't take Mahomes because he's in your division.
No, that one got. Look. This is fantasy. This ain't reality. I mean, in reality, I'm like, fuck that nigga. But if I was in a league to try to win some money, when I do my FanDuel games, I pick Patrick Mahomes all the time, even when he play us, all the time. I ain't dumb. I've even picked the Cowboys defense a few times, depending on who they was matching up against. If money's on the line, I'm a bet smart. Because when I first started doing FanDuel about 8 years ago, I was betting with my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I was betting with my heart, saying I can't root for this team to do X, Y, and Z. I'm like, I'm losing money. I'm wasting money doing this. I mean, honestly, I do the FanDuel shit for fun. But I mean, if you really want to win some money, you got to bet smart. You know, I can't. You know, if I see the Cowboys playing the fucking Carolina Panthers and a rookie quarterback, I'm probably gonna pick the Cowboys defense. at least for a game. You know, at least for a game, and hope that I reverse jinx them. Because that shit would be funny though. Like last season when I would pick Dak Prescott as a quarterback, he would play horrible. I'd be like, I'm on to something here. It may cost me. I would make sure that would be a cheap game though. That'd be a game where it would just be like $1. Like, see what this little sorry son of a bitch gonna do. Let me pick him. He throw for a lot of yards when they down by 35 points. Oh my goodness. So who would be your sleeper team in the AFC? I know I've asked you this question before, but I need a reminder. Who is going to be your sleeper team in the AFC?
Gonna do better than what they're supposed to do, or don't nobody get
that you wouldn't, a team that you didn't see coming. Do you think that's going to do better than people, do better than they're supposed to do?
You can name any of those teams with a first round quarterback to be a sleeper. But what I really think could happen is that division is so tight. I want to say the Browns for some reason. I want to say the Browns. Let me see. The South got potentially 3 sleeper teams.
Who?
I'm gonna say. I mean, any of them will be sleeper teams. Any of them, sleeper team is somebody who I think I would say the Browns.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that because I do. I think the Browns. I've had to come to this realization, and I was saying this before we got on the line. Like, my heart wants to say my Broncos are going to make the playoffs. But from what I've seen over the preseason, again, it's just preseason, I know, and I'm happy that my first stringers are playing. But I have to be realistic with how stacked this conference is. And I look at our schedule, and I'm like, if I honestly see us being mediocre 9-8 team, and I don't think 9-8 is gonna make any type of playoffs, not in the AFC. Because I expect Cleveland to be better. I think Jacksonville is actually going to turn out to be if they stay healthy, I think they're going to turn out to be the most scariest team outside of Miami. Because you know what you're going to get with the Chiefs. You know what you're going to get with the Bengals now. But yeah, I would have to say, I agree with you with Cleveland. And then on top of that, and I'm speaking about the Broncos, and I really, honestly, realistically, I don't see us making the playoffs. I would love to see it, but I hope I'm wrong. But then, it'll be week 12 and week 13, and then somehow, some way, Tennessee be 8-4. And you're like, how the fuck did that happen?
I think very, very highly of Doug Peterson. You know what I'm saying? Especially he was Carson Wentz. The sky's the limit with somebody like Trevor Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I don't. If they do anything significant, I would not be surprised.
It wouldn't surprise me to see the Jacksonville in the AFC Championship game. It would not surprise me one bit, because now you're adding Calvin Ridley to Christian Kirk, who proved that he was worth the money. Remember last year in the offseason, he was like, why the fuck did Jacksonville pay Christian Kirk all that goddamn money? And he actually proved that he was worth the money. Now you're bringing in a better wide receiver. You're bringing in a better dude to go along with everything that they already got. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Jacksonville in the AFC Championship game. I wouldn't be surprised one bit. But I do think Cleveland's going to be better. I do. You say what?
Didn't you just say something about Calvin Ridley?
Yeah, Calvin Ridley, yeah. Yeah, that's going. They would not. I think that's it's basically their division. Yeah, pretty much. That's the way I see it. Now what about the NFC? Who would your sleeper team be in the NFC? Your dark horse team, I mean.
Let me see. Let me think. Whoa. I would say the Bears.
We are speaking the same language, sir. We are speaking the same language. I think the Bears are a dark horse team because, again, like I said earlier, I think Justin Fields is too spectacular to keep having losing seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, the Bears were 3-13 last year. It won't because of him. It was not because of him. And see, the reason why I don't say the New Orleans Saints is because I expect the Saints to win that division. The second they signed Derek Carr, I was like, oh, they're going to win that division. But what my interest with the Saints is how what's their max, what's their ceiling? How good, like, could they give Philadelphia or San Francisco a run for their money? And when you have a defense like the New Orleans Saints, that's why I'm saying if that offense can catch up to where that defense has been at for the last, honestly, 7-8 years, then they could be very interesting. But as far as a dark horse, definitely the Bears. Definitely. Especially now that you got Justin Fields a legit number one.
Yeah.
You got him a legit number one.
Yeah.
So, have you been keeping up with any basketball?
No.
Other than, James Harden talking that shit?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, and really, I was just curious because it ain't
Ain't nothing happening right now.
no, ain't nothing happening. It ain't nothing happening. Just James Harden is still pitching a bitch about wanting out of Philadelphia because all the Damian Lillard trade talks have just totally gone quiet. Joel Embiid is almost like Joel Embiid did what you do now when you want to express to people that you're unhappy. He unfollowed the 76ers. I think he done blocked them off of all of his social media shit for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, that's how they do, baby.
So other than that, brother, how's life treating you? We can have us some real nigga talk.
Yeah.
What's good with you?
Nothing much, man. Just working, trying to get this shit squared away, trying to move and all that.
Oh, wait, that's right. You trying to Did you check around here?
You did text me that shit. I didn't look at it yet. I'm glad. I forgot. I forgot you texted me because you sent it to me because that was during the fight and
Yeah.
most everything was a blur.
Well, shit, I would love it if your ass came out here. Oh my God. That would be dope as it be. You could be clear across the complex. The complex ain't that motherfucking big.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny is that remember a couple of weeks ago we were talking about relationships and shit like that, and I was telling you the way I felt about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
A couple people who listened felt a little type of way about it. I'm not gonna say no names. I don't even think it's nobody you know. But it's a couple people who felt some type of way, as far as my stance on my stance on marriage, as far as my situation. I got a couple of text messages. So and so, they ain't like what you said, and they wanted to tell you, they wanted to say something to you. I said, well, why you ain't comment in the jump? I said, it's not that deep with me, but why you ain't just go ahead and comment? And she wanted to say this to your face. I said, well, motherfucker, tell her to call me. If they don't have your number, call me on chats, nigga. There's too many ways to get in contact with me. And again, and I will say this, if y'all happen to be listening, first of all, I love you. I love you dearly. With all due respect, if you listen to what I said my opinion and what marriage is and what marriage has become. That's my opinion. If you think differently, great. But I believe marriage is more of a partnership. I mean, obviously it's a partnership, But you almost, to me, I think you almost have to approach things like that with a certain degree of a business mindset, outside of the, of course, the compatibility thing, of course, because if you two people that, can't manage a household financially or anything like that, your compatibility will go to the toilet.
Right.
And that's my opinion. If you choose to disagree, leave your motherfucking comments in the comment box. Or if you want to hit me up personally, because if you disagree, okay.
Yeah. Well, I look at it like this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what a horse is, and everybody has an opinion of what a horse should be. But if I've had a horse, and I've fallen off a horse, you're not going to tell me what my opinion should be of a horse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me, like, I'm talking to you about my experience. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, that my opinion is about horses is, you know what I'm saying, wrong, let me ride your horse.
I don't know, that last comment sounds a little provocative.
If you feel like it's better it's better, show me.
Right. Or at least point me in the direction. I mean, yeah. Put your money where your mouth is. Right. And the thing about and see, the thing about it is with niggas our age now, it's gonna 9 times out of 10, the next relationship we get into is gonna have some baggage with it. And by baggage, I mean kids. And that just is what it is. We just at that age. I mean, if you find you a woman our age that ain't got no responsibilities, either something is horribly wrong, or they've been focused on the financial aspect of their life before they decide to actually have children. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like, the daycare I'm working at now, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm shocked at how, like, a lot of these people have, brand new kids in their late 30s and early 40s. Like, new kids. But they also set in what they doing, too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's smart. That's very smart. But but I'm with you. Like, if I ride a horse and I fall off the horse, that doesn't devalue my opinion of a horse just because the horse I rode on didn't work.
Yeah, but I got my own opinion.
I got my own opinion.
I was trying to say, you said something about, as far as baggage, I don't look at kids as baggage. Because baggage is something that can be, like, left behind. You know what I'm saying? I look at it, if I'm dealing with somebody and they got kids, that just comes with it. That's basically, that's almost as automatic as her height.
Yeah, well, when I say baggage, I didn't mean that in a negative light. What I meant by that was, you're not gonna get a woman, just a woman. You know what I'm saying? You're not just gonna get just a woman, because and when I say baggage, like I said, I wasn't saying baggage as far as children in negative light, but there could actually be some baggage, with what type of people she deal with, type of people she surround herself with, that type of baggage too. And that work both ways for men too.
Now baby daddy's a bag.
Yeah. Yes. No, let's put it this way. Baby daddy is baggage if you have issues with him. If y'all not on the same page, if y'all beefing. You know what I'm saying? Then that, because if you have if you had a child with somebody and that father is responsible with what they doing, they take care of their kids because it's the right thing to do, not because you have any ulterior motives, then that's not baggage. That's just the dude who handling their business. I respect people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the last relationship I was in, she had a kid and the father, was handling his business and doing his own thing. And I respect the hell out of that. But the way I see things is, like I said, you have to be in, and you have had to have been in my shoes or know what the hell I've been through, You know, like you know what the hell I done gone through. You know, you may not agree with the fact that I'm keeping motherfuckers at arm's length, and I'm talking about you as an individual, Calvin. You may not agree with the fact that I'm maybe keeping people at arm's length, but you know exactly what the fuck I've been through.
Oh.
And I'm not trying to take it out on the next one or anything else like that, but I'm like, damn, y'all niggas a trip. I mean, well, y'all females a trip or whatever. Tomato.
Right.
You know, so, and like, I've had, I ain't trying to put, so much out there, but I've had, a couple people try to, get at me. And their approach was just all wrong. Not to mention when I found out, what they actual individual situation was, was kind of, definite red flags, but the approach too was all wrong.
Right.
You ever had somebody who's interested in you, showing genuine interest in you, but then try to tell you what you are and what you aren't going to do, and you haven't even so much as shared a hamburger with this motherfucker? Oh, I shouldn't say that because I don't mean it like that, but you haven't shared it so much. You get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Oh. But that's just me. I swear I need to get a female on here to have this conversation with. I don't know. Maybe I should call Alicia.
Yeah. Have a small conversation with him.
Oh. I should call her right the fuck now, bro. I should. You dare me? You double dare me?
But I gotta go in a minute.
Okay. All right. Then I ain't gonna do it there. Okay. Oh boy, but yeah, we love Alicia. I'm gonna have Alicia on the show one day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Alicia on the show one day because we love Alicia. That's part of the circle.
Okay.
And I tell anybody this. Anybody who I'm thinking about having a relationship with, if you don't pass the Alicia test, then you might have some problems. If you don't pass the Alicia, Sean, David, Calvin test.
Yeah, no, I get it.
What'd you say?
I said I get it. I read you loud and clear.
Yeah. Yep. If you gotta go in a minute, bro, I'm just like I said, we just having some real nigga talk. But if you gotta go, yeah, cause I gotta actually get ready to do my daddy shit too, because I remember it's a school night.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, homie, we almost there, bro.
Yeah.
We are almost there, and thank the great good Lord that I do not have to work September 11th, the Monday after the first full weekend of football.
Me neither.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea at all. That would not be a good idea at all. But anyway, I'm gonna get at you, big homie.
All right, then.
Yes, sir. Big Calvin, Big C in the motherfucking his house. Yes. And with that being said, where the buzzer. Right on time. Oh, yes, we almost there at football time, and it's almost prediction league time. Year 2 of the Sports Plus Life Prediction League. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna squad up with the guys, and I'm gonna have to let them know who's gonna be first up to come into second place. Which one of y'all bros is gonna come second place to me? But I really do want to get a trophy made for the winner. But once I win, that would be kind of almost arrogant, almost conceited for me to get a trophy made for myself. Me winning a prediction league that I started. They'll be like, you really feeling yourself that much? I'm just saying. So what I may do is I may get a trophy made for second place and have second place, bitch, written on that trophy. But anyway, definitely hit that like and hit that subscription button and become part of the Sports Plus Life family. And again, I hope everybody has a wonderful and blessed week. It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns. I'm out there. Peace, and I love you.